to order the City of Natchitoches Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Since we seem to have a light turnout tonight, I won't go over the procedure for taking up these applications, since it appears it doesn't be in a whole lot of opposition. Before we go on, I want to thank all the commission members for showing up for the January 19, 2021 meeting, special call meeting. It certainly helped us put to bed something that's been a thorn in our side for a while. Roman numeral 2, roll call. Ms. Oaks.
Charles Whitehead III.
Here.
Bobby Claiborne. James Flanagan. Ron Brown.
Here.
Ethel Blake.
Here.
Michael Lewis.
Here.
Anita DuBois.
Here.
Isaac Lewis.
Here.
All right. That's a quorum. Roman numeral 3, approval of the minutes from our special call meeting on January 19, 2021. Commissioners have been provided proposed minutes from that special call meeting. If there's no additions, deletions, or corrections, I'd entertain a motion to dispense with their reading and accept them as presented.
I so move.
Motion by Mr. Lewis, second by Ms. DuBois. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Just catch me, Ms. Oaks, to sign that at the end of the meeting. The recordings for all the city meeting videos are now posted to the city's website. To watch the video, the user can subscribe to the city's YouTube channel at City of Natchitoches, LA, or visit the city's website link, www.natchitoches.gov/content/meeting-videos. Roman numeral 4, old business. The city council approved the application by Mr. Mike Wolf to rezone the following lots 14 and 15 of the East Broadmoor subdivision, unit number 2, and a lot adjacent, described as beginning at the northeast corner of lot 14 of the East Broadmoor subdivision, thence proceed south 85 degrees, 21 minutes east, 500 feet, then south 2 degrees, 51 minutes east, 232.4 feet, thence north 85 degrees, 21 minutes west, 500 feet, thence north 2 degrees, 51 minutes east, 232.3 feet to the point of beginning, less 1.59 acres to the People's State Bank, less 1,375.9 square feet to the Highway Department to operate a business office bearing municipal address 311 Royal Street. Any other old business?
Not at this time.
Okay. And we don't have someone here from AT&T?
No, are they here? Are you representing AT?
All right. Hold on just a second. I didn't realize you were here for that. So let me read our item, and then we'll call you up next. Roman number 5, new business, subsection A, the application by AT&T Mobility LLC to upgrade the following cell tower location, lot 554.7 feet, fronting on the northeast side of Texas Street and designated as tract 4 on a survey showing the city of Natchitoches power plant area, less 131 feet, fronting on Texas Street to Jimmy Long Jr. to upgrade cell tower bearing municipal address 1204C Texas Street, exhibit number 1, councilperson district number 4. If the applicant or his designee would come forward while the director summarizes the application.
Thank you, Chairman. We decided to ask AT&T Mobile to come before Planning and Zoning because at this present time, the tower itself was actually a non-conforming structure. According to our ordinance, any time that the tower is going to be expanded or had additions added to it, we needed to make the tower become compliant. So we asked that they come before Planning and Zoning to get approval. This lot is actually in the Brookshires, not the Brookshires, over by
The old Dixie Dandy?
the Dixie Dandy, yes, sir. The contractor thought that this lot was actually 1200 Texas Street, but it's actually 1204C Texas Street. There are several locations with that tower which makes it conforming by allowing the use of the towers by places like T-Mobile and Sprint whenever they were here. Right now on the tower, there are actually 2 vacancies, so we're looking for additional wireless providers to be added to that tower.
All right. And have you gone over with AT&T, the AT&T Mobility, the fact of the screening and the other things they're going to have to do to bring in a wireless facility into conformity?
Right, we have. Okay. We talked about the fencing, the screening, and everything else.
Come up to the microphone You've heard the director's summary. Is there anything you need to add or correct?
I want to say, don't know anything about this application. I was just asked to let you all know that AT&T wants to build a new cell tower at this particular location. As far as any other information, I have nothing further to add except that information.
Thank you, Ms. Betty.
You're welcome.
Just to be sure, Ms. Rock, this is not, they're not constructing a new tower. They're simply removing one set of antenna array and putting new
Correct.
antenna array.
It's not a
So
brand
there'll be
new.
new structure.
No new structure.
Okay. All right. Anybody to oppose the application of AT&T Mobility? Discussion by committee members.
This is gonna be the same size and everything?
Yes, nothing has changed. They're just adding
It's just the
additional
antenna that are up there. I think they've got some pictures. They're taking some of them down. Chantrell and I went over it. I mean, it's the same pole. It's the same pole and the same equipment. They're just taking some old antennas off and putting some new antenna on.
See it on the other end. I don't know if you can really see anything, kind of wood. But they're just repairing it, just upgrading the old antennas.
Okay.
All right. Any further discussion by commissioners? The commission's pleasure.
I move approval.
Motion by Brown to approve, second by DuBois. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right. Make sure that they know, is this something that has to go before the city council, or does this fall under the 11-day rule, 10-day rule?
Just a 10-day rule.
Okay. If nobody appeals this action, it'll be final in 11 days from now. I'm sure you'll be in touch with them, correct?
I will.
Okay. Roman numeral 5, new business. The application is by Mr. Larry and Ms. Teresa Carroll to subdivide the following location. Lot 1B of Vauclair subdivision, sections 70 and 109, Township 9 North, Range 7 West, is shown on map slide 774A to recreate an access point bearing municipal address 943 Woodyard Drive, exhibit number 2, councilperson district number 2. I'm gonna, because Chantrell and I worked on it, and I'm gonna explain this application. If you look at the second picture in your exhibits, what they've got, that's the current configuration of the lots. And so what they're gonna do, the red is gonna be added to this house, and the green is gonna be taken away from the house lot. And so what they're essentially doing is flipping the driveway from one side to the other. But the wood frame house is owned by an LLC, and the main home, the brick home, is owned by the Carrolls individually. And so what they're simply doing is carving off the, you can see where the old lot line is there at the end of the red section. And that's what they intend to do.
This is what they're saying, Charlie. They
I
have-
see.
yeah. They have this one as the original,
Right.
and then this is what they're proposing.
Right, so they're taking that skinny part and moving it from the west side to the east side. Have you gotten any comments from anybody about this application, Ms. Rock?
No, sir, I have not.
Ms. Carroll, would you come forward and tell us anything else we need to know or correct my or the director's description?
I mean, I can tell you, we already built the driveway there 2 years ago, and we own both. We own L&T and we own both. I mean, it's not like, I don't know why anybody would object to it, because we are the L&T and we are Larry and Teresa Carroll.
Okay.
And the only reason we didn't put the driveway on the other side that was originally done, when they came out to do it, they couldn't do it that way because of something with the water or something.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Carroll? Anyone in opposition to the application of Carroll? Hearing none, is there discussion by commission members? What's the commission's pleasure?
I'll make a motion. Pass.
Motion by Mr. Lewis,
I'll second.
second by Ms. DuBois. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right. Ms. Carroll, this will be final in 11 days. I'll sign the plat today. Ms. Rock will get it signed by the other members of the city, I guess in 2 weeks, you know. Of course, I don't know, that's the 15th is a legal holiday, and are we closed Mardi Gras or are we open Mardi Gras?
I think we might be closed that day. we're open?
We're open. So just check, I guess around the 16th with her. She'll have the final plat for you. You'll need to record it with Mr. Stamey at the clerk's office. Provide her just with a copy showing the book and page number and it's been recorded. And then in due course, that exchange you and I talked about, swapping the green and the red just whenever you get around to it. Thank you, ma'am. Roman numeral 5, new business, subsection C, the application by TWT Management LLC for a variance at the following location. Lot 1, Block F of the Breda addition. The variance requested is a variance of 15 feet of the required 25 feet of the corner yard setback to develop a single-family housing unit bearing municipal address 1302 Dixie Street, exhibit number 3, and in your commissioner's packet, councilperson district number 4. Brief summary by the director.
Yes, Mr. Tom Tubry is a developer here in Natchitoches, and he's wanting to develop a 1,100 square foot home, 2 bedrooms. And what he's requesting is a waiver of 25 feet of the 30-yard side setback on a corner lot. And he's here to give us some additional information.
Okay, have you gotten any comment from anyone in the neighborhood?
I have not.
All right. Mr. Tubry, would you please tell us what it is that you're trying to do here?
In everyone's packet, there should be a little 3-page summary of what we're trying to do. If you look at the second page, you'll see that there's a concrete retaining wall coming down from the north side going toward the south side. So to get the sidewalk, to keep from having it fall over the concrete retaining wall, we need to move the house over 10 feet from the owner on the right-hand side. However, there's a 25-foot setback from the Phillips Street. And what I would need, what I'm asking for is a 15-foot easement to set that home.
15-foot waiver?
Waiver, right.
Ms. Rock, how does this comport with the neighborhood site-wise? It looked to me like it would line up fairly well.
It'll blend very well, and it actually will be an upgrade to the neighborhood.
Any questions from Mr. Tubry from commission members?
Let me say one
Sure.
other thing. We're developing 3 houses right now, one in Breda Town, one in Bailey Heights, and one in the square. I'm trying to buy now the end of Julia Street, the end of Powell, and you that whole block and clean it up. It's horrible, is what it is. And the problem with trying to upgrade the lots on the west side is that houses, if you're replacing houses, you almost have to grandfather because the lots are irregular and small to develop. I would have to get the city planning and zoning to grandfather some of the lots that are not appropriate to meet the planning and zoning guidelines.
Well, Mr. Tubry, this is not the first time we've had to deal with that on the west side. You know, we've got 100+ years of occupation and a changing in what people want in housing. You know, a good chunk of that over there was developed before you could buy a gasoline-powered lawnmower. I know the people around here are tired of me saying that, but you know, back in the day, you had to push those reel mowers around, and you know, we've only had the push mower around probably about 50 or 60 years, and some of those houses over there are older than that. And then now everybody has 2 cars. Seldom do you have a 1-car deal. Bailey Heights is a perfect example of that, as well as this neighborhood. So, any questions for Mr. Tubry from commission members? Anyone here opposing the application of Tubry or TWT Management LLC? Discussion by commission members.
I move we approve it.
Motion by Ms. DuBois to approve, Second by Mr. Lewis. All in favor say aye. All opposed, like sign. Mr. Tooby, that will be final in 11 days, assuming nobody takes an appeal.
Thank you.
Thank you. Roman numeral 5, report of office activities.
The only office activity, not really office activity, but I did want to let everybody know that the structure that was on Whitfield Drive, 521 Whitfield Drive, they did make a motion to appeal that. He is drawing something different, almost to the same size as what was there before the tree actually took the structure down.
Well, I'm not sure that's an appropriate in an appeal, but we'll let the city council take care of that because that's an application that we haven't acted on.
Right.
We very well might, I'm not saying we would have, I'm not saying we wouldn't have, but I know the commission fairly well, and having somebody go back with what they had, I haven't seen us do that, not refuse that before unless it was a safety issue,
Right.
you know, but we'll let them handle that. Whataburgers pull their permit, I see their sign up.
They did. They actually, they actually put the sign up before the permit was actually issued, along with so many other things. Piggly Wiggly, that was actually the gentleman with the Save-A-Lot that came in and he applied for the BA zoning.
Right.
Then turned around 2 weeks later and decided he wanted to change it to Piggly Wiggly, but did not go through all of the proper steps to make sure that Piggly Wiggly was actually going to be in there.
Okay. Well, I hate it for him. I guess that's it on office activities.
That's it.
Anita, you're in the spot for Roman numeral 6, adjournment.
I move we adjourn.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?